hilarious. But the simple fact that academics was really trying to justify like people just hating is insane.
Drake to me is just a more popular global superstar. I was on Flagrant 2 when I was talking about this, and I remember Andrew Schultz said this. He said, "Yo, Kendrick is not even nearly as popular as Drake," which I agree. But he was just saying, who gives a fuck about Kendrick? Drake should just ignore this, or like, you know, Kendrick can't do anything to affect Drake. And I remember saying, maybe globally, if you're looking outside of hip hop, Drake's popularity, even as just a brand, is just way more than Kendrick.
Yeah, shut up. Let's go to the actual topic in hand. All right. Let's go to the actual video that I wanna address. All right. Let's talk about now. I played a video yesterday that talked about it, but unfortunately, I didn't play the live stream of academics talking about it. But this video right here, this is another video that make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the colonizer. Once again, Kendrick called it out. He said, you ain't no colleague, you a colonizer. Come on, academics. You gotta give Kendrick some credit. Now you about to agree with Kendrick, low key. But before we get to what DJ Academic said, let me just show this video. See, I'm not a hater. See, if I see a video and I like it, I hit the goddamn like button. So watch this. See that? Look, it just take 1 second. Look at that. You see that? It just take 1 second. The like button is free. It just took me 1 second to do that. Since I'm viewing his video, since I'm reviewing his video, I'm going to hit the like button because I ain't no hater. You know what I'm talking about? So let's talk about the OVO sweatshop. This is when Drake uses a lot of people only to use them and to abuse them, in my opinion. And there's a lot of people that feel this way. Drake always go from feature to feature, feature to feature, artist to artist, artist to artist, only to ride the wave and to take little gems, little phrases, styles, lingo, dress. You know, he's like a Sang Shang. Is that his name on Mortal Kombat? The final guy that be taking people's souls and then he like transform into them. Sang Shang. I forgot the dude. He was the final boss in Mortal Kombat. What's his name? Shang Tsung, when he take everybody's souls and stuff. That's what Drake is. You know what I mean? He takes everybody's soul and then he try to create his own, you know? So this video is going to break it down a little bit.
But the ultimate test of such greatness is the ability to pass success onto the next generation of artists, guiding them through the treacherous music industry where a far majority of up-and-coming artists fail. Because not only does it extend one's legacy past their career, but it also proves that their accomplishments were not just luck. A common trend that successful artists have done for years in the music industry is to create their own label, essentially repeating the process they once went through, just with higher stakes. So Drake created his own label. However, can we really say there is anyone truly notable on Drake's OVO sound label that has been successful enough to compare to him in the slightest? Given his level of commercial success and connections, shouldn't it be easier for him to pass the torch to his artists, or is he holding them back on purpose to eliminate competition from his home city of Toronto that breeds new and fresh sounds? Perhaps he just doesn't have time to devote to his artist careers while he remains supreme. Today, we find out. Drake was actually in these artist shoes only a decade ago. He was signed to Cash Money, Young Money Records joint venture led by Lil Wayne and Birdman, alongside Nicki Minaj, Tyga, and other soon-to-be superstars. But he individually was branded as the next rapper to take over Lil Wayne's spot as the best rapper alive. Lil Wayne took Drake under his wing, utilizing all the connections and pull he had in the industry to spotlight his music to the world. Not to mention,
that's the fucked up part. That's the fucked up thing about this, right? Because Drake was the new artist and Lil Wayne didn't hold him back at all. No, Lil Wayne wanted him to be better than him. Lil Wayne wanted Drake to surpass him. Wayne didn't try to hold him back at all. He said, nah, man, shit, man, be better than me. You know what I mean? Get more numbers than me. Get more number one hits. Look, take over. Because Wayne know, you know, he gonna get a little bit some of that. But with Drake has these artists, but he don't do the same thing that Wayne did for him. Right? So that's kind of fucked up. Because Wayne didn't do you like that. So why you doing your own artist like that? It's fucked up.
jumping on multiple tracks as a feature right after signing. That's all he really needed, the cosign. And years later, Drake has obviously done Lil Wayne justice with the risk he took on it. Drake's contract with Young Money Records would expire, and he would have to decide if he wanted to re-sign, sign to an entirely new label for an exorbitant amount of money, or start his own label. Because while his relationship with Lil Wayne was still intact, Wayne and Birdman's relationship was in shambles. For years, the two disputed over how much money Lil Wayne was owed from his royalties, by the end resulting in a $51 million lawsuit and hiatus from releasing music since Lil Wayne didn't want to give Birdman a dime more than he already took. As a witness of it all, Drake wanted no part in anything similar affecting his own career. So in 2012, long before he submitted enough projects to fulfill his end of the current record deal, Drake founded OVO Sound, an abbreviation for October's Very Own, with two other founding members, his sound engineer and producer 40 and manager Oliver L. Khatib. His label was a joint venture under the Universal Music umbrella, specifically with Republic Records, and intended to focus on budding talent in the Toronto area, where Drake was from. Since, the label has signed a variety of talents such as Party Next Door, Smiley, Majid Jordan, T-Minus, Boy Wonder, and more importantly, himself. Starting in 2000.
Who? The only person I know from there is Party Next Door. Who them other niggas?
2019, after the release of his album Scorpion, finished off his contract with Cash Money.
Drake just re-upped with Warner Music.
Damn, academic. You was skinny as hell. Damn. This was back when he was Everyday Struggle. Bro, I used to watch that show every morning. That was a actually good show with him and Joe Budden. I used to watch that shit all the time. Damn, he's skinny as hell right here. Shit.
Group with OVO Sound, that's his like label. First of all, it was always interesting to me that he saw what the fuck was going on at Cash Money and he says, I don't want a YMCMB part 2. I don't want a Young Money part 2. I want my own label over somewhere disconnected from Birdman and this whole system.
Drake being signed to his own label is not entirely uncommon. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Travis Scott, to name a few, also release music under their own respective record labels. However, in their cases, they act and are treated like label owners since they actually have a large involvement in the creative process and promotion of the artists they sign, in some cases above their own solo careers. On the other hand, Drake has run into controversy regarding his record label, since he rarely, or at least ineffectively, promotes his label signees despite being the top-selling artist in the world, unlike his predecessor Lil Wayne. In fact, various signees of OVO have spoken out against Drake and his lack of support for their careers, some of which...
Why is that, man? Everybody that signed with OVO, they end up talking shit about him, right? Now, you know, you can't say that everybody's a hater, right? This is the same thing with the whole Diddy situation. Man, you can't tell me everybody lying. You know, I'm not saying that I believe all of them, but god damn, how many people coming out the damn bushes? Now, come on, Drake. You can't sit here and say, oh, they just jealous of my success. Or, no, all of them saying that? Something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right.
Which even left the label entirely. So with that being said, the question that comes to mind is, why and how does Drake run a major record label if he's not really fulfilling his role of taking their careers to the next level? The answer is darker than you may think. The OVO sweatshop is a term that surfaced from various Reddit posts and coined by DJ Academics in his Twitch live streams and past talk show Everyday Struggle. The conspiracy describes how Drake allegedly exploits and or neglects the artist in his OVO Sound label in order to maintain his status in the industry. Now, obviously, his business may not be as poor of working conditions as a literal sweatshop, but the term caught on due to how OVO signees would allegedly sacrifice their own careers to write and produce for Drake later on, whereas other...
Damn. You ain't no colleague, you a colonizer. So that's what Kendrick was talking about, huh?
Artists-run music labels, such as Young Thug's YSL, proudly promote and collaborate with his artists, such as Gunna, as much as possible. Not to mention, Thug's efforts to help Gunna surpass his own success for the betterment of both parties. Playboi Carti may not be actively advertising his artists in the same way, yet still draws immense attention towards them by associating them with his own brand and label, Opium. And because of this, Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely are undoubtedly among the top upcoming artists in the current generation. As per
yeah, hey, RJ, that is funny. Now, we all know Academics is the top glazer. He's the Drizzy #1 glazer. But even Academics himself called OVO Records a sweatshop. Now, that's from his biggest supporter. So come on. A thing is a thing. The truth cannot be described as hate. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or dislike it. The truth cannot be called hate.
Travis Scott. He secretly featured Don Toliver within his highly anticipated album Astroworld, in turn sparking curiosity about his newly signed artist and launching his career to mainstream attention in a matter of months. The same definitely cannot be said for Drake's OVO Sounds roster, as there is not a single artist that can be deemed mainstream in the slightest, some of them even being, dare I say, irrelevant.
I want them to go fucking do what every other label does, which is take some of the millions of dollars they've made and go hire somebody to pay attention to every act signed to OVO, and make sure that there's some more attention paid when they're dropping a project.
Party Next Door was OVO's first official signee as a vocalist and producer. PND was probably the artist who has had the most success as a Drake signee, garnering a cult.
Definitely, yeah. He was probably the only one that had, you know, the most success out of everybody.
Like fan base in the R&B genre. However, he has still always been seen as an underdog in comparison to Drake, and many of his fans believe that he could have reached mainstream success if he never signed to OVO. And while
do y'all think he would have been he would have been bigger? Pause, no Diddy.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Pause. What? Pause, bro.
Goodness. Pause. Do you think he would have been bigger if he wasn't under Drake? Well, if Drake wasn't over him? Do you think he still would have got the same look? Interesting.
PND and Drake have collaborated on a few occasions as artists on the same track. He's also known to be another one of Drake's frequent songwriters like Quentin Miller, such as mega hit Work featuring Rihanna. Now, who knows if the song would have charted nearly as high or at all if he kept it to himself. But
mega hit Work. Work. Guess who wrote that?
at least he would have had the chance at glory that Drake received time and time again. ILoveMakonnen is the artist behind the 2015 hit song Tuesday. And while it is true that Drake hopped on the remix, exploding the song even further, the solo track with just Makonnen had already been an undeniable success without him. Regardless, somehow Drake finagled his way into splitting the royalties on the solo record as well, not on just the remix. Perhaps the deal Makonnen struck with OVO at the time felt more favorable. According to him, as soon as the hype from the song died down, so too did Drake's interest in it.
Don't he look like that dude that what's that a comedian name? That comedian that be with that other black dude. What's his name? I know that's a pretty far-fetched. But it's those two black comedians. One fat and one skinny. Jordan, yeah. What is that his name? Yeah, Jordan. Yeah. Don't he look like him? I'm about to put it there. I'm like, hold on, this nigga look familiar. What's his name? The fat one. Yeah, he looked just like that nigga. Oh, I knew I wasn't tripping. Yeah, he looked just like that motherfucker. Don't he look like that nigga? God damn, got to be more careful. Sheesh. I know I ain't tripping. I know I ain't tripping. Hold on, let me see if I can put them side by side. Let me see. Put you over here. Let me see. Make this a little smaller. Come on, man. Uncle, cousin, nephew, something. They related. Nah, man. Uncle, cousin, daddy, brother, niece, uncle, sister, something. All right, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. They kinfolk. They kinfolk. I don't care what nobody say. They kinfolk.
His career, even dropping him years later without much promotion or music to speak of. An interviewer from Variety asked Makonnen concerning Tuesday, which Drake released as a remix, it's yours and OVO's biggest hit. You said in 2017 that they needed a hot song. That's it. Do you still believe that? Makonnen says, I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to these people in years. Nobody's ever reached out to me, but that seems as if that was the reason. For me looking back and people telling me, they knew that I had the new wave, a new sound starting up, and they jumped on that to further their own wave. They didn't want to sustain and support me, only themselves. Besides, I only met Drake 3 times. We spoke maybe 5 times. Never about my career, just about getting stuff done.
Dang, he said that he only spoke to Drake about 5 times while he was over there signing when he was with OVO. Going up on a Tuesday. He only seen that man 5 times. Only spoke to him 5 times. Damn.
Makonnen's statements in 2021 only strengthened suspicions of Drake's sweatshop operation at OVO. I mean, what label owner, or worse yet, fellow collaborator on the same track with the utmost control of another's career would treat them like that? And with Drake's reputation for Billboard hits every year, it would make sense that he and his managers would capitalize off an already proven song like Tuesday by any means. And it didn't help that when ILoveMakonnen wanted to finally release an album under his new label, OVO, Drake failed to be involved in any of the creative process, let alone promote it in the slightest. Makonnen further details his frustration with Drake and his label to Fader. This one I got signed. He's all in my face telling me, you one of the greatest songwriters ever. Just blowing me up, bro. And I'm the little kid from Tragedy right now. You could see it. It was written all over my face. I'm depressed as fuck.
Damn, nigga gassed you up, bro. Unleaded. Nigga gassed you up with unleaded. Not even premium. Well, nah. Well, matter of fact, he did use premium because yeah, he was gassing you all the way up. Not diesel. He was giving you diesel gas. Yeah, he gassed you the fuck up.
And then when I'm like, can y'all tweet out my mixtape? Can I get a feature? Can I get production? No. So I'm just sitting over here in prison.
Well, you thought you was getting diesel. You thought, whoa, that sounds crazy. Wait, I shouldn't say that with him because he ain't he? Oh shit.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Pause. What? Pause, bro.
Good. Whoa, that sounds crazy. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. That sounds crazy. I can't say because ain't he? Yeah.
Am I in prison? So maybe OVO sweatshop wasn't harsh enough of a term with how Drake treated ILoveMakonnen. Because in retrospect, all Drake really did for his career was boost his song Tuesday to number 12 on Billboard, meanwhile taking half or more of the earnings from the remix and the original song. Not to mention steal the sound and wave Makonnen created for himself as an independent artist to further his own career. Then drop him as soon as his name lost relevance from the lack of promotion that Drake provided. Drake just might be an evil genius.